All right, next, stuff for surviving in space. Now this has got some awesome applications, and I'll put up some really awesome videos. When this textbook was put out, Roberta Bondar was the like the go-to girl for Canadian space, and she's still like her stuff is still pretty cool. But we had another astronaut in space, and he put out way better stuff. He had such awesome YouTube stuff. I'll put up a copy of some stuff from him, so you will enjoy that. But there are some definite dangers out in space. I mentioned near-Earth objects, so stuff being hit in space is a real problem. Out in space, really cool things. So when astronauts are out at the International Space Station, they have a whole bunch of technology to keep them alive, and I'll put some stuff up there. But just some stuff like their bones actually shrink out in space, and they actually have some stuff. I think down here there's a picture of a guy. So these are elastic bands on his side that are attached to his waist to create that pull down onto that treadmill. But they do exercise out in space, and they simulate gravity so that they don't have muscle loss or try to limit the amount of muscle loss. So there's some real dangers to living out in space. I'll put up a fun video from SciShow about that. The spacesuit itself, okay, really quick thing in here. Where is it? This right here. Can I get those words? No. Maximum absorbency device. That's a diaper. Whenever you see these guys out in space, they're diapered up. Super silly. Actually, it makes complete sense, because to go and put on one of those spacesuits and then take it off to come in and out, kind of like when you went out as a kid and you were like, your parents were, shoveling you out the door to go play in the snow, and you had a snowsuit on, and then the second you got outside, you went and you're like, Mom, I had to go pee. And, I'm sure there were some of you guys that were worse for that sort of stuff. Oh, first half of lunch is over. But that is a very real thing, that they can't come in and out. It was a pain in the backside when you had to do that, and your parents were like, ugh. But all these things here are necessary, absolutely necessary out in space, because these guys, one screw up. If any of you guys have watched the movie Gravity, one screw up and it's all over. Like there's no amount of forgiveness out in space. So these are all the things that are involved in the spacesuit itself. One really cool, fun thing in there is an air conditioning system that basically heats and cools them, because when they're in the direct sunlight, they're actually experiencing somewhere in the range of like plus 200 degrees. And when they're in the shadow out of the sun, they're experiencing like minus 200 degrees. So there's the extremes in temperature out there. So some really cool things involved in actually making the spacesuit. So one of the videos that I will have put up involves recycling water. How do they get water out in space? Because water is extremely heavy. So keeping an entire crew on the International Space Station alive without any water is really important. So this is the water that kind of goes out. There's waste products, but they take most of the stuff, the humidity in the air, and they recycle it. They take this stuff and they recover it and they process it, and then they turn it back into drinkable water. So there's all sorts of things that are going on, and oxygen, you can't, there's no new way to get oxygen up there. So they have to scrub the oxygen, the CO2 out of it, and then they have to reclaim the oxygen that was once there. So there's all sorts of stuff for recycling, and all of this whole stuff actually has led to developments of stuff that you have in your house today, like a Brita filter. Those kinds of things all kind of were invented around using and reusing and cleaning and those kinds of things. So that sort of stuff finds its origins in the space. Producing oxygen, again, there's all sorts of stuff that is involved in that. And that, at a glance, is topic 2.2, and I'm going to call this one to a close as well.